Welcome to the Success Resequencing Project. I'm Debbie Ponticus.
And I'm Jenn Newman.
Join us as we challenge the traditional definitions of success so you can build a fulfilling path of your own.
Get ready for inspired, candid conversations while gaining tools, inspiration, and confidence to create your own authentic success story.
We're back.
We're back.
Yay.
I'm liking the readers on you. This is a good look.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I wish you could see my actual glasses in real life.
Okay.
Like these are,
Are those just like fake?
No, I mean, these are readers on top of extremely strong contacts.
Oh, I didn't know you were contacts.
Oh my God. I'm like almost legally blind without them. My lenses are probably, I'm going to venture to say almost a half-inch thick.
Fabulous.
It's horrible.
Pop, what are they? The
Coke bottle glasses? 100%.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. They're hideous. So I get excited to wear readers that are actually just normal because I actually love glasses.
Yeah.
I love the frames that I have for my glasses now. If you saw me in person, you would feel shame for me.
Take your glasses on a survival trip because it could start a fire.
It absolutely could. Yes, they could.
They're there for you.
They are something. And they're so cute. And then they were cute in the store. And then when the lenses got put in, I was like,
I have to wear glasses too. I have them here. I can't see it. Anything. Yeah. I'm struggling with that whole part, but we won't go into that. That was a whole other episode.
Telling you, it is something special. Yeah, so I enjoy readers because I can actually wear them and they're cute.
Well, they are super
unlike my regular glasses. I might have to, we did show receipts last week on social media. We showed receipts of me as the seven, when I was little.
Yes.
Right, and the infamous Tootsie side-by-side comparison.
Yes.
We did post receipts on social media.
We did. Now, okay, we're going to have to because people are going to want to see that, but it was just our story, right?
It was just, I think it was just on stories. I might save it to the highlight reel of our page. Yeah. That happened. So I might have to...
I got to find the picture. I'm going to have my parents, because when you posted that, I was like, I need to have my parents in the picture of me with the Rosanna Dana hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also then can also offer receipts for my glasses. I'll find a photo of me with my actual glasses on today, and you will all be like, poor thing. That's unfortunate.
Well, at least you can wear contacts. I can't, so...
I am grateful for oh God, I'd have to walk around with a cane. I couldn't, there's no way. I have no peripheral vision. I'm so blind, if you will, for lack of a better term, that when my glasses are on, I have no peripheral. I can't drive with my glasses on is my point.
Got it. Good times. All right. You're holding your phone over there. So what do you got for us today? We don't normally have our phones on set or whatever.
No, we don't. Okay.
So there's a reason for this. So
and
what do you
now
got
that you say that, I better just put it on airplane mode before I start answering work emails right here.
If Jen goes radio silent, something is going downtown in flames.
So true.
In her business. This is why we can't have them in, because we would be so stressed having our phones near us.
There's no way. Well, we'd answer the phone.
I know we would.
We'd be like, oh my God, this is Jenn Newman. All right. So one of our listeners reached out and said, I'm curious what you guys think about this list of questions. It was a meme that he had been given. And I always think of memes as like, comedic memes, right? This isn't. And I love it. And he was like, I'm just curious what you guys think about this. Would love to hear what you and Debbie have to say.
Okay.
Cool.
Fun.
So this is entitled 15 Sentences That Live in My Head Rent-Free.
Okay.
And so we're just going to break them down.
Okay, sentence
Debbie and I
number
have
one.
not gone through this already.
No.
All right, so here we are. All this live improv
I
that
like
we keep
the
doing.
improv.
It's you and me,
Yeah.
let's be honest. Even when we have a script, we veer from it.
Yes, we do.
So let's be honest. Okay, number one, fear doesn't stop death. It stops life.
Oh, that's okay. This is going to require me to really think. Okay, that's heavy.
So I think we're going to go with
maybe the first 5.
That too.
Let's see. Yeah.
Okay,
but yes. Oh, fear doesn't stop. What?
It doesn't stop death. It stops life.
Okay. I think that's fabulous.
Fully agree with that.
You have to kind of process that for a second, but then you're like, no, 100%, because you can't stop the inevitable.
No.
Did I say that word right? It was like, what is it? Inevitable. I was like, did I say abominable?
Debbie and I are concerned that we have speech problems, that perimenopause is causing us to be tongue-tied.
I can't say words as fast as I used to say words, and then my tongue gets in the way, and it's like, blah, 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 blah. So I have to stick with very small words.
You said, oh, nice. Yes. You're like, yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
Inevitable.
Inevitable.
You're right.
So you can't, I mean, death is going to come no matter what. So when you put fear into the equation, you're just stopping yourself from living life to its fullest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we agree.
Agree.
Absolutely. Check. Okay. If it costs you your peace, it's too expensive.
Ooh. I mean, in theory, 100%.
Why in theory?
Because there's so many things that we take on as businesswomen, wives, mothers, and all of that we need to do.
Sure.
As the role we are taking on, and it may like disrupt our peace, but they're critical for us to do for like a lot of that is I'm thinking from a parenting standpoint, you know. So
but I mean, I think maybe in
I'm
this
taking
case,
this to
maybe if it costs you your peace, I don't think that motherhood costs you your peace. What may cost you your peace would be not being able. Yes, vocal. Okay,
I'm thinking of the first
peace,
like 12 months of motherhood.
Of course,
me a lot,
but not
of
your
peace.
inner peace.
True. Okay.
Not your inner peace.
Okay.
Yeah, kids in general
cost me your peace,
my peace,
but they are priceless.
They're priceless. Yes.
Okay. Good point. All right. I'm trying to read too much into these questions.
No,
okay.
No,
yes.
I don't think it's. I don't think it's.
I agree with that statement.
Okay. If it costs you your peace, it's too expensive. That actually is something that our priest, who's now since retired, that was a big, big, big thing for him.
Okay.
He really spoke about that a lot. He's like, nothing is worth disturbing your peace. And what I realized is that we do think of peace in a different way, but he meant that inner peace.
Right.
Like
you're zen. You're like,
yes, your spirit. You're exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Okay. People only see the decisions you made, not the choices you had.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, it's very true. Like no one sees the journey you're on.
Nope.
Well,
so they might see some of the journey, but I do think it's important to say though, like they don't see when we were at the fork in the road. They don't know what that means. They don't know.
Right.
And yet again, and this theme that keeps coming up is that we continue to talk about how much we hold space for others, you know, and that's that piece of humanity and how quick we are to maybe make assessments about people's decisions, but we don't know what they were up against. We don't know. It's none of our business.
Right. And we don't know what someone else is going through, you know, and why they made that decision that they made, where you may judge it to be like that. I would have never done that, but you don't know
what the options
were to
that
that point of decision.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Never take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from. Boom. Drop the mic.
Mic. Bink, drop.
And honest to God, like that, I really wish that was something we taught people in school.
Yeah.
Our kids.
Well, yes. And ourselves. Like that's a hard one to live by because everyone internalizes criticism. You know, it's hard. It's hard to take criticism. But then it's also even harder to not take it personally.
4 agreements all over again.
Yeah. So that is a very bold sentence because I think you should say that to yourself every morning.
Every morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. The magic you're looking for is in the work you're avoiding.
Man. I mean, I've heard this before.
Drop.
Like I've heard this more recent. Like I've seen this somewhere. Someone has posted this, and yeah, it's true. Like that, I can dissect that in a lot of different ways.
I think that one's layered.
Okay,
because man, oh man, do we have to get real with what that means?
Yeah,
right. What are we avoiding? Right. To begin with, so it's like identifying what we're avoiding. Right. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And why are we avoiding it?
Yeah.
And what is it that we're avoiding? What are we afraid of by avoiding it? that is something that I think keeping in check is really in those daily conversations with ourselves. You know, we talk about it pragmatically from a business standpoint when we would say, you know, your income producing activities, like that's, if you're avoiding that, you're
right.
You know,
right.
then
like if you're wondering why the phone isn't ringing.
Exactly. It's because you didn't do
you're
X,
not
Y, and
doing
Z.
the work. You're not doing the work.
But what I love about it is that this isn't a negative sentence. I love that it's the magic you're looking for. It's so true.
But it is true. And the magic is the success you're dreaming of. The magic is the person you're envisioning yourself to be. That's the magic. But you can't just click your heels and get there. Like you've got to get in front of that mountain and climb it.
You got to go.
Got to go. And that's with everything. Like my kids want to be in the NBA. Please don't have a loud round of laughter after you hear that, knowing me and my kids. But it's one of those things that because they're sweethearts, but this is why. This sentence is why. And until they get the concept of this sentence, they will never reach the goal because they see it and they want it, but they're not willing to put in the work. So that's where the magic is. Like you can do it. Like I want to make sure people understand that I fully believe my kids could make it, but they've got a lot of work ahead of them, and that's the magic. That's the magic sauce. Like
that's where it's all at.
That's where it's all at. And it's not. No one can guess what you have to do. You have to practice. You have to do this. You have to practice and do this and that and that. So it's like it's on a platter.
There you go.
Go do
Just
it.
go
so
for
anyway,
it. Yeah. No, I don't disagree with that. And coming from a performance background, you just had to do the repetition. You had to do the scales. You had to do the theory. You had to do it. You would just practice.
Yep.
Yes. I also love that because I think what is it that Jim Rohn says? Something to the effect of, it's not about becoming a millionaire. It's about the process of who you become in the process.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's exactly what this is, right?
Yep. That's the magic.
That's the magic. Okay. Ships are safe in the harbor, but that's not what they're built for.
Ooh, I like that.
So good, isn't it?
That is good. That is really good.
They are built to sail. They are built to be out in that sea.
Yep.
That means going through it.
Yep.
The storms that come along the way, all the things, people, all the things.
I love that one.
I do too. I do too.
Because it's about pushing yourselves. Like, don't get uncomfortable.
Get uncomfortable.
You're built for it. Get uncomfortable and get out there and do what you're built for. And don't just take the easy road out.
Exactly. Exactly. I love that.
Yeah.
Ambition without action turns into anxiety.
I think I can definitely relate to that. That should be next to my name in the dictionary.
Just Debbie's face.
I have a lot of ambition. Yes. Just like my head, yes. A lot of anxiety when you don't take action on your goals and ambitions in life.
Yeah. And I understand that anxiety is, that's also a multi-layered word, right? I understand that my medical anxiety, for example, is not because I lack ambition,
right?
Or lack action. Right. But
yes, it's what action are you doing? Is the action actually moving the needle, or do we feel ourselves doing a lot of action that isn't getting us progress? So then the anxiety builds. We're constantly in action. Yeah. But is it the right action?
That too.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah. That's where the anxiety comes from.
Yes.
It's like, you're just paddling and you're not making progress. And
exactly. Then what are you actually doing?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's also special. We can have a whole special episode about Jen's medical anxiety at a different time. Hey, at least I'm candid.
Well, we listen.
We
by this
let it out.
episode, if people are not realizing that we just kind of say what we're going to say and we're candid, buckle up.
We're an open book, people.
We are.
It is. There's really pretty much, I don't think we've had a topic that's off limits, clearly. To live a life most people don't, you must be willing to do what most people won't.
Yep.
Hands down,
Yep.
agree.
Amen.
I keep looking at the camera as though the audience is going to talk back. Like, right?
Like,
no.
yes.
Nick, are you going to talk back? Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
I know
thank
I need
you,
a
thank
laugh
you,
track.
thank you.
Give me the laugh track, Nick.
We just need the track that these people are like just clapping, like, yes!
Totally. Woo! Yes, let's hear it again.
Yes.
Okay. And that is really true. And I think that is the ultimate lesson that ties back to the magic you're looking for is the work you're avoiding.
Yes. A lot of these are saying the same thing.
Yes.
In different
And we
ways.
love that fact.
Yes. We like repetition.
It's being said in different ways to get different people's attention.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
This and all mothers and working moms everywhere can agree. Number 9, you can do anything, but not everything.
Oh, yeah, but we
Focus.
sure do try.
I love the M dash here. The M dash focus. You're right. Focus.
Oh, there was it. Oh,
yes, you can do anything, but not everything. Focus.
That is such our husband saying that sentence to us. Like,
Was
listen.
this written by a man?
Who wrote this? Did Ari and Jim put this list together?
Yes, they did.
Yes.
Like, you know what? And then they sent it to my friend John, who then sent it to me.
They won't listen to us. We're going to need you to send this
just
in.
put this and highlight it, please.
Yes. Focus.
So true.
Which is hard for us to
Also-
do on even staying on topic.
I have 15
Focus.
things in front of us, and we will still talk about something not on this list.
I know.
That is okay.
Yeah.
That's who we are.
Yes.
If you want to make the wrong decision, ask everyone.
Oh, yes.
But, you know, this is an important piece because a lot of people process verbally through asking questions, right? That is how they process.
Yeah.
So be mindful of this if you feel like you're spinning your wheels. If you have the instinct to make a decision on something, make it.
Right. But I also think in that question, it's not about not asking questions, but if you're asking other people what they think you should do, that's the wrong question. Like it's not but you can ask questions if you already know where you're wanting to go. And so now you're just asking for guidance, direction, like, hey,
that's different.
Right.
That's
but
different.
to say, oh, what do you think I should do? Oh, and what do you think I should do?
Don't do
Oh,
that.
and what do you think I should
Just
do?
don't do that. And
Then
me
like,
trying to-
kill me now. Just like, what do you need? Like I'm going to get you something that you can wear around your neck or like a hat, like with your water.
This clearly has not been rehearsed. Okay. We clearly are
Jen's coddling her.
I am holding onto my Yeti and my phone at the same time while scrolling and wearing glasses. This is awesome. Classy. I think also as someone who has done that in the past, at some point you just have to go with your inner knowing for the decision itself.
Yeah.
And then to your point, seek advice, seek counsel, but it's not up for grabs. Otherwise you are going to talk yourself out of it because you're going to feel more overwhelmed than if you just made
and
the
people are going to
decision.
answer the questions with their own interpretation of what they think success is for you instead of you defining that for yourself.
Correct. Those who don't move, damn.
Okay.
Those who don't move won't notice their chains.
Oh, wow. That's heavy. What else do you say to that? Like that hits everyone straight in the face.
I have never heard that actually before.
I have not either.
I'm going to chew on that one.
Those who don't move
won't notice their chains.
chains.
What's holding you back?
Yeah. Get uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't love the visual of it.
Right.
It's a little, I don't love the visual, but it's also.
I think we need to bring in some Alice in Chains music from that.
I was thinking
like that.
also Christmas Carol.
Oh, yes. Yeah. That's a good one.
Here we are again. Okay. I was just
Ebenezer Scrooge. Yes.
Let's be honest. Mickey's Christmas Carol. Did you watch that one in school? We did. We watched Mickey's Christmas Carol in school.
Possibly. It's not, I mean, yes, I feel like.
Really had an impact.
Really was like life-changing for me. They're all good.
Oh, you know what? That's right. The Muppet Christmas Carol. You know what? Nikolai, you are right.
The really good one that I see, this is a tangent on Scrooge, but the one that I really liked was, and I'm not going to remember it because I don't remember a damn thing, but it was the musical that came out not too long ago. I think it was only on Apple TV, and it was with, the guy from Saturday Night Live, Will Ferrell.
Okay.
And, it's 2 words, 1 syllable. No, he's like a really handsome actor. I'm narrowing it down for you. I'm narrowing it down. He's like also a really successful businessman. He's like almost
Ryan Reynolds?
Yes. Did you see that one?
Ryan Reynolds, that speaks to your brand.
Yeah. 100%.
Handsome and great businessman.
Yeah, but actor. Yeah. So anyway, okay, you clearly haven't seen it. You
I haven't seen it.
It's a musical on Scrooge, maybe. I don't know. That's what I'm remembering. But it was really good. Could be that it was Ryan Reynolds.
I will. Christmas came early this year. Yeah. I will see if I can go hunt that down. Okay, thank you for that. Mm-hmm. And clearly they didn't notice their chains. Okay, yes. No, I'm teasing.
They may or they did.
Okay, it's okay to live a life most people don't understand.
Amen.
Preach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that's kind of the basis of the Success Resequencing project.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
It's really okay.
It is.
Nobody has to know. And this is something, okay, can I tangent for a second?
Yep.
Shock.
She's going straight to the camera for this one.
Well,
and then also,
I was actually looking for my time clock. Sorry. Yeah. Here we are. But this is really important. I had a situation recently, my husband is he's getting his master's in divinity to become an Episcopal priest. And in this day and age, that doesn't look like it used to.
Right.
Many priests now are bivocational. They have their full-time job, whatever their career is, and then they also practice their ministry in different ways. And so for us, that's what we think life is going to look like, right? Sure. When he's ordained. I share all of that because it is really interesting how many people have an opinion about that, and don't understand. Like, how can someone at 50? He's turning 50. What does that look like to reinvent oneself, or to start something new, or do something totally different, or in addition to? Right. Which is really the point. Which is, it's not and or it's both, right? It's how can I be a hospital chaplain and still have a full-time job? Well, it happens all day, every day. Yeah. It's the norm. Right. It's what happens. But people don't understand it. Right. And I share that in this context because we've had our own conversations amongst ourselves, just him and I, about it's really interesting how often we have to explain. Mm. Because people are like, huh? What are you doing? Well, how did you know you wanted to do that? And there's a lot of discussion about it, which frankly can put Jim in a vulnerable position from the standpoint of then you feel almost like you're having to defend your decision, when in all actuality, who doesn't have the option to add something to? Ari's getting his real estate license.
Please know all of his patients that, because every one of his patients listens. He's not canceling what he's doing. But it's the
same thing.
Option.
Jim's not leaving his job.
It's but why not be like, that's so awesome?
Why can't we applaud
people?
Thank you. Why can't we applaud that? And to say we're never at a point in life where we should stop learning, or stop doing something different.
Right. And I feel like this whole thing is exactly what the Success Resequencing project is all about, is like, you can reinvent yourself at any age, at any time, and no one should tell you otherwise. And you can do anything you want.
Yes. And it doesn't mean abandoning. It doesn't mean abandoning what you have been doing. It all works together for good.
Right.
I don't know why that is so.
You know what? It's because I feel like people internalize and look at themselves and almost like start attacking someone else because they realize they're not brave enough to do it.
That's very accurate.
It's very accurate. It must be why are you doing that?
Correct.
Like, you can't do that.
Correct.
Like, you should stick to being a mom and stay-at-home mom, or you should stick to this. What do you mean you're going to go XYZ? Oh, instead of, it's like, well, you can do it too. Well, no, I can't because it, whole nother podcast.
Yeah, that's a whole nother podcast, and we're going to do that podcast.
Yeah, yep.
Because
I love that one though.
I really do too. So it's totally okay, peeps. Honestly,
you should tell people about it, and you shouldn't feel like you have to defend it. And if you do get that uncomfortable feeling that you're in that position of defense, then I think it's time to just realize that it's probably coming from the other side, being insecure about their ability to make drastic improvements on their life.
I do not disagree. Hear to that.
Yeah.
Okay. If someone could only see your actions and not hear your words, what would they say your priorities are? Jenn Newman really likes her 2 dogs. She works a lot.
Yes, that's right. It is. Works a lot.
She clearly has a lot of fun with Jem and Lila.
Yep.
and she has a thing for red lipstick.
Yeah.
And she clearly has issues balancing feral between fully made up.
Fair. But I'm going to just give you permission to be okay with that, because I think most people would love to have the courage to be feral more often.
You know, I've been letting Feral Newman out.
Yeah.
Like, she's been.
It's inspiring.
Really?
I actually, by the way, big tangent here.
Oh my God, did you just hear my stomach growl?
No, I know it is our lunchtime.
That was on camera.
Yeah.
Did you hear it? Didn't you?
Oh,
Nick just said he can hear
it. Fabulous. Wow. All right, we're going to wrap this up soon because we need to go eat. But okay, real quick. And then how many more do we have?
We only have 2 more, so we're doing great.
So legit, I was on a Zoom with the Resi agents. We have like a weekly Zoom where we just kind of talk through things. And I said on the Zoom, I said, sorry, they asked me a question and they're like, Debbie, what are your thoughts about XYZ? And I said, hey, sorry, I don't have my video up. I'm just feral today. And like, I had so many people reach out to me after that. And I should have been like, that's trademark Jenn Newman, by the way. I didn't invent that. Jenn did. And like, people thought it was amazing and hilarious. And like, I had people come up to me that I didn't even know and were like, oh my God, your comment about being feral, that's so hilarious. And I was like, this is all Jenn. Like, Jenn should be proud. Like, you're starting a movement.
You know what? Feral movement.
Yeah.
I'm here for that. It is
better than a bowel movement.
It sometimes.
Actually, a good bowel movement is pretty awesome too.
I am fully supportive of that. Yep. I love that you just said that, because I'm sorry, there really are few things better than that.
Amen.
Success.
Yes,
That's called success resequencing.
That's right.
You can't have a new reality with an old mentality.
Yes.
We actually have devoted an episode to this.
Yes.
Like, oh my God, it just growled again. Nick, I am mortified. Wow. We've really taken it to
we got to wrap this up.
And
Jenn's going to start eating the microphone. We got to wrap it up. Okay,
one,
last but not least.
No risk, no story. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Anyone we interviewed on our podcast, which eventually we'll have guests again, but we're just really enjoying this format. Everyone had that. Everyone had a risk they had to take or acknowledge or listen to, or a passion they had to lean into to be able to tell the story.
Absolutely. I'm sorry. Being human is a risk.
Right.
Being human is a risk. Living fully is a risk.
Yeah.
Every day. God only knows what's going to happen. We're trying our best. Mm-hmm. There is a story to tell. I think that that's why everyone's voice matters. Mm-hmm. Because if you've lived to tell the tale, then you have a story to tell. Yeah. You may not think that it doesn't have to be grandiose. It doesn't have to be earth shattering. It's being human is risky.
Yeah. And it's your story to tell. And if it's in you, it's yours to say. And that's just amen to that. Like, I love that list. I need to read that list every day.
We need it. We'll publish it in the show notes. And thank you to John for submitting it, because it was really,
that was awesome.
We love that. So thank you for that. And if you have something that you too are like, let me share it with us. Yeah. Send it to us in our DMs on Instagram. You can email us. We would love to hear it. As you can tell, we're really in that frame of mind. Also, if it's in me, it means I'm eating. And so
it is not in you because your stomach's growling, but we're going to stop
when the stomach is audible on the podcast, that is now our next guest. And that is called We're Going to Eat Lunch.
Yes. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us. If you loved this episode and know of someone who would find value in it, please spread the word and share it with a friend. We are passionate about redefining success, and it would mean the world if you could help us get our mission out to as many people as possible. Please take a moment to write a 5-star review on Apple or Spotify. You can also hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with our latest episodes. Connect with us on Instagram at Success Resequencing Project or via our website at www.successresequencing.com. We'd love to hear your story.